Well, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And I'd like to welcome the people of Zion Lutheran and St. Mary's to this devotional and to anyone else who is going to watch it as well. We're going to focus on the daily lectionary for March 31st, 2020, and we're going to look then at Psalm 85. Here is what Psalm 85 says. Lord, you were favorable to your land. You restored the fortunes of Jacob. You forgave the iniquity of your people. You covered all their sin. Selah. You withdrew all your wrath. You turned from your hot anger. Restore us again, O God of our salvation, and put away your indignation toward us. Will you be angry with us forever? Will you prolong your anger for all generations? Will you not revive us again, that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your steadfast love, O Lord, and grant us your salvation. Let me hear what God, the Lord, will speak, for he will speak peace to his people, to his saints. But let them not turn back to folly. Surely his salvation is near to those who fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Steadfast love and faithfulness meet. Righteousness and peace kiss each other. Faithfulness springs up from the ground, and righteousness looks down from the sky. Yes, the Lord will give what is good, and our land will yield its increase. Righteousness will go before him and make his footsteps a way. Isn't that a beautiful psalm? In verses 1, 2, and 3, we hear the psalmist speak to God's previous restoration of the community, most likely the return from exile. The psalmist places it first in the psalm to remind the people of what God has already done for them. In verses 4 through 7, the psalmist moves to the current situation, a crisis of some kind. It could be the picking up of the pieces from their return from exile. It could be something else. The people, recognizing that the exile was a judgment of God upon them for their unfaithfulness to God, now plead for God to put away his judgment upon them. The psalmist cries out to the Lord, "Show us your steadfast love, O Lord, and grant us your salvation." The psalmist is pleading with the Lord to have mercy upon his people, to revive and to restore them. And then in verses 8 through 13, the psalmist shares a message of assurance with his people. The Lord has indeed heard their prayers of repentance, and the Lord's steadfast love and faithfulness will greet them as one, and righteousness and peace will join together over them. And the Lord's faithfulness will rise up from the ground like springs, and righteousness will look down upon them. The psalmist continues, the Lord will give them what is good, and their land will yield good harvests. After all that God's people have been through, God is blessing them with restoration and with love and with justice and with peace. Words of hope for the people of God then, and for the people of God now. For we are all in the Lord's hands, and his hands are covered with forgiveness and mercy and blessing and love. The Lord will restore us just as he did before. Keep that in mind. Have a beautiful day. Amen.